You're watching Rootstv Nigeria. The ministers have had a valedictory gathering with President Muhammadu Buhari at the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting. It's evident that by now, President Buhari and his inner caucus must have penned down new hands to take the nation to the next level. Nigerians are curious, and it is not so much to ask if a truly merit-based technocrat cabinet membership is possible. You will agree with me that certainly the outgoing council was a mix of the good, the bad, and the ugly. While some of the notable ministers demonstrated excellence in their operations, others were disasters that happened severally in the last few years. Some others are average in their performance. Wait for it. Another class of ministers were simply absent. In other words, Nigerians couldn't really figure out if they are part of the cabinet. Now let's do a quick review. The Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, earned a major rebuke in the last days of his service by the open criticism from the National Assembly. The Minister of Communications, Adebayo Shitu, allowed his ego to negatively rub off on what otherwise was a moderate performance at the Communications Ministry. His rigidity on mundane issues created a public image crisis leading to largely negative ratings. Or would you say the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, was a total disaster both in terms of output and conduct in the ministry? Incidentally, controversies of all manners dogged his days at the ministry, failing to introduce major labour reforms and always perpetually at the loggerheads with labour chiefs he was supposed to be managing. Now, just so you know, Minister of Defence Dan Ali was clearly not in charge of the ministry. He was largely ceremonial leader without any innovative defence policy proposals or reforms. Somebody said most defence ministers are incapacitated, and the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, our very man here, Muhammad Bello. What can we say he has done? Let's see. Okay, he recorded one major achievement in the ministry: stoppage of land racketeering through extensive land management reforms. Now, residents of the capital hardly knew his name, while his office turned blind eyes to the deplorable state of sanitation and decency in the FCT. Well, being a loyalist to the president, he probably will be reappointed as the FCT minister for another term. Stay here on Rootstv Nigeria for more updates.